private transactions between individuals is against the law. It's just the United States government. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. You know how I do. 5x5, man, here in Dubai. And yeah, well, you know, it's always an interesting day in crypto. Price action, government's action. We have Grayscale talking about, hey, you know what? I want to convert my Ethereum to an ETF, right? We have the government like spending more money than they can count. We're gonna be talking about all of that in today's episode. So make sure you stay tuned and watch all the way to the end. Hit the like button, right? Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Remember, we're gonna be talking about the news and then doing some trading at the end. So stay tuned for all of that. And if you're interested in trading, the best place to trade is at bybit.davincij15.com, or you can trade at 2bit.davincij15.com. Links in the description. 2bit is one of those exchanges where, hey, you know what? They don't have a lot of KYC. And then, of course, OKX is another exchange as well. But the stronger exchanges, of course, are both Bybit and OKX. Whilst 2bit, you know, it is a new exchange and it will take some time to grow. But yes, it's something I'm definitely endorsing. Okay, with that said, let's get on with the news. The U.S. government frames Bitcoin privacy as criminal. A new court document reveals that the U.S. government framed the use of blockchain analysis countermeasures as criminal. They are saying that if you come up with a way to circumvent them from detecting your transaction, that's a crime. It's weird, right? The oath each and every U.S. government employee when first taking office reads, "I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of this office on which I am about to enter. So help me God." Okay, it's like, yeah, whatever. What, privacy? You want to be private? Wait a minute, that's guaranteed in the Constitution. Yeah, but so is a lot of things, and we ignore it. Oh, damn. So that's how the government rolls, right? You're saying, well, what do you mean? What does government ignore in the Constitution? Well, for one thing, there's no way it's illegal for them to actually charge you income taxes. That's part of the Constitution. Also, Jack Beanstalk, right? It's illegal for you to use anything other than gold or silver as money. And that's just 2 items right there. There's a whole bunch more, but whatever. Apparently, the oath is only applicable as long as it serves the U.S. government agenda, while attempting to retain a proactive order to seal the disclosure of chain analysis heuristic information. The U.S. government has, in essence, argued that the right to privacy does not exist when transacting on the blockchain. Yeah, okay, whatever. Well, blockchain is a mathematical algorithm that, you know, if you can't solve it, that's too bad. All right, moving on to more of the government nonsense here. Flashing red warning, 33 trillion US death spiral. Okay, could suddenly trigger a Bitcoin price vicious circle. Well, first off, this 33 trillion, it's probably like 34 trillion that they're in debt, the United States government. It is at the point, the US government is at a point where they are finished, basically. They, everything, all their incomes streams, right? Because they use Social Security as an income stream. not just your income taxes, but other things. All that has gone net negative. So basically, they're paying out more in Social Security than they're actually receiving at this point. And so effectively, they're bankrupt. They've been bankrupt forever. It's just now it's like even worse. And so it's so bad, right, that the U.S. government's budget is now at a whopping $2 trillion. That means they have to go into debt $2 trillion each year. And by the way, that number, $2 trillion a year, is actually, how do I put it? It is what they say they're going to spend, not what they're actually going to spend. It's ridiculous. All right, so that's the world we go live in. Grayscale submits a SEC filing to convert Ethereum Trust to spot ETF. Okay, so yeah, again, this is going to come through, right? Even though they're going to pretend to fight this, blah 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 blah, yeah, whatever. In the end, this Ethereum spot ETF will have no Ethereum behind it. In fact, as it stands right now, there's no Ethereum there. How do I know that? You see, the way the blockchain works is that you can reveal to people what you have and how much you've got. You can show that. Now, has Grayscale showed what they've got exactly and proved that they have all the Ethereum that they have? Have they proved that they have all the Bitcoin they have? No. They say, oh, well, it's Coinbase that has it, so blame them. They can give it to you, show you. Well, Coinbase, they go, yeah, we're not showing anybody anything. So, yeah. And meanwhile, all other exchanges do that. They show how much they've got and who's got it. Right? But Coinbase does not. You see the problem there? All right. So you might want to use other exchanges other than Coinbase. And if you're an American, that's a little difficult. So I would suggest you do some searches, find out about how you can get digital residency in Palau. Get that sign up for that. Definitely get your digital residency, because then you can actually trade on a different exchange that actually proves that it has the crypto that they say they have, such as, I don't know, Bybit.davincij15.com or OKX.davincij15.com, maybe. All right, with that said, let's go on to what's going on in the market. Yes, it seems that Bitcoin has dumped. As I was looking for a trade here, you can see that what's going on. If you go down to the 15-minute, right, you'll see it a little bit more clear. As prices were going higher, the indicators were going down. That indicated this was weakness. And boom, Bitcoin dumped heavily. Same thing happened at Ethereum. There was a weakness showing here, and it's not as clear as Ethereum, as Bitcoin, but you can see as price action went across, indicators went down, weakness is shown, and then boom, we broke down. A little bit of an M here, but not quite the greatest M, but you can see that it broke down there easily once it crossed that threshold. This little line here. Boom, at 1712, boom, that's it, game over. Now we're retesting this lower level of the breakout. Remember, I was looking for that entry down here. If we come back, test this and bounce off of that, I would count that as an entry point here to continue off. If we do that, the same thing applies for Bitcoin. A retest of this downward trend line is an entry point for you to take this thing higher, but yeah, it could break down. So keep that in mind, because honestly, this could be just a fake out. This is a downtrend that hasn't resolved itself just yet, and so odds are this thing could break down further. So be careful of that. Yeah. We could come up to the 30,000, but then come back down as well. So you can probably bet to the 30,000, and then I would not take this thing higher, other than maybe hold on to move your stops higher, and move your stops if this thing goes higher and higher. But that's about it. That's it for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's take a look at the dominance. Did the dominance do something crazy? No, it's just at 50%. Okay, so the dominance is still rising here. It hasn't broke down completely. And it looks like it wants to pump higher. Not good for alts priced in Bitcoin, but priced in dollars, it might be a very positive thing. So maybe you want to convert to dollars and trade the alts that way, because Bitcoin is just going to dominate. Looks like, as far as this is concerned, or so far, it just hasn't broken down. It has to break down before we can see Bitcoin underperform the alts, and the alts, we see a massive alt season in our future. So that's not happening right now, as written here by the dominance. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.